Every month, the Ashcraft-Toft family gathered in their opulent Napa Valley estate, where dinners were less about connection and more about flaunting wealth. My cousins, Preston and Cassandra, competed to outshine each other with tales of ranches in Jackson Hole and vineyards in Tuscany. I sat quietly by the fireplace, the underachiever in their eyes, sipping iced tea while they mocked my cramped duplex in Portland. Little did they know, I was Nora Hale, the secret force behind West Pine Holdings, a real estate empire worth $1.8 billion, including Ashcraft-Toft Plaza, the very building they bragged in. They thought I was a struggling renter, scraping by on real estate commissions. In reality, I owned the Alder Street complex they pitted me for living in, along with a portfolio of multifamily buildings and commercial towers across the Pacific Northwest. My company, West Pine Holdings, was built on ethical investing, preserving historic properties, protecting tenants, and fostering communities. Meanwhile, my family treated our great-grandfather's legacy like a personal piggy bank, funneling funds into private retreats and luxury handbags disguised as business expenses. The dinner took a turn when my father announced the board's concern about West Pine Holdings, the mysterious new owner of Ashcraft-Toft Plaza. They feared an audit that would expose their creative accounting, Preston's $2 million roof repairs that funded his Jackson Hole ranch, Cassandra's husband's inflated invoices for basic plumbing. They turned to me, suddenly hopeful I could pull strings at the management company. I played along, saying I only worked with small clients, while privately preparing to unmask myself. The next morning, in my penthouse office overlooking Portland, I donned a sharp navy Altazara suit and walked into the Ashcraft-Toft Plaza boardroom. My family froze as I introduced myself, Nora Hale, founder and sole owner of West Pine Holdings. Their faces drained of color as I slid audit reports across the table, detailing every misused dollar and falsified receipt. Preston stammered, Cassandra gaped, and my father pleaded for an explanation. I didn't gloat. I laid out my terms. Ashcraft-Toft Plaza would operate transparently, no more shadow budgets or nepotistic contracts. They could work with me to restore our family's legacy or face the IRS. Phones buzzed with a breaking news alert. West Pine Holdings reveals CEO's identity, Nora Hale, ranked among top ethical developers. The boardroom fell silent. My family's house of cards crumbled, but I offered them a chance at redemption. 6 months later, Ashcraft-Toft Plaza thrived with stable leases and happy tenants. Aunt Evelyn resigned from her boards, Cassandra volunteered at a housing shelter, and my father enrolled in a real estate program to learn from me. At the Alder Street holiday party, I watched my family connect with tenants they'd once dismissed. Preston stringing lights with a World War II veteran, my mother listening to a resident's story. I didn't set out to humiliate them. I wanted to build something real, rooted in purpose, not vanity. From my modest Alder Street apartment, I'd created a legacy that honored our great-grandfather's vision. Buildings that shelter hearts, not just wallets. If you've ever been underestimated, this is for you. Build quietly, stay true, and let your work speak louder than their doubts. Subscribe for more stories of resilience and redemption, and share your own journey in the comments. What have you built in silence?